Oh, you didn't point at me. Good morning. We got to get our communication down. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday morning from the Makery. Some of you might be coming up on afternoon, but welcome. We're glad to have you with us. If you are new to our page, my name is Robin, and behind the camera and behind the computer is my husband Bill, and we are Raincross Farms Makery. We are located just outside of Lewiston, Idaho, and it is a chilly, rainy morning, but we are loving it. So hop on, say hello. Good morning, Patty. And I'm going to take just a second to pull the live up on my phone so I can get a closer look at the comments. There we go. Never turn that volume down. So how is everybody doing this morning or afternoon? Welcome, Vicki. Welcome, Terry, and others whose names I can't see. Patsy, welcome. Say hello. Hop on, say hello. If you are regular Facebook Live watchers, you know the drill. We would love it if you would like or love our page, follow us, and sprinkle our video out to your page, to any craft pages that you are a member of. I would love this follow. I would love to get 20 new followers today. We're at the beginning stages of all of this, and we're at about 730 followers. I'd love to get to 750 by the end of today. So if you are not following our page, please do so. We're a fun group. So who else is here? Welcome, Liz. Welcome, Yvonne. Haven't seen comments yet. Another Robin. Yay, Robin.
Donna.
Good morning, Donna from California. Yep, still morning in California. Hi, Cindy. So awesome. Thanks for hopping on this morning, because we're on a time frame. Welcome to anybody who's watching from Craft Round the Clock. We are so honored to be able to be shared into that group. So welcome all of you. Hi, Yvonne. Hello. And this morning, because we're on a time crunch, let's get to crafting. Let me show you what we're going to do, and I'll try to keep up on comments and say hello, or Bill can be doing that. Good morning, Fran. Okay, I found this cute little frame at Dollar Tree, one of my favorite stores. So for $1, it's balsa wood, lightweight wood, and it's got this little heart-shaped cutout for a picture. It's got a little stand, it's got a little stick and a hole so that you can stand it up. Is that not cute? But pretty boring, pretty blah. So we're going to dress it up. Let me put that spare one away because I have one that I've opened. And remind me, I'm putting this in my top drawer because I won't know where I put it. Okay, so here's our base. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to decorate the edge with some half round beads. So I've got some of them already painted. I'm going to paint up a few of them in front of you, and then we are going to put on a transfer, a silkscreen transfer on this open side, and you're not going to believe which transfer I picked. I want to show you, I'm an independent designer for Chalk Couture, and I want to show you how versatile our transfers are. So this is the transfer we're going to use. This is from the fall. It says, "I love you more than pumpkin anything." Really cute, not really appropriate for this. So we're going to use this, and we're just going to leave out that word pumpkin and move it up, and it's going to say, "I love you more than anything." That's a year-round phrase. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. I am going to paint this up kind of in honor of Valentine's Day, but a lot of people decorate with this. I'm going to paint this up with chalk paint. This is Waverly chalk paint the color is Ballet Slipper. It's a really pale pink. I think that will be pretty. Thank you, dear. Yes, I do have a VIP group, and if you want, did it send a message? Oh, there. Okay, there we go. It doesn't do it right there. Awesome. Yes, I do have a VIP group. I'd love to have you join. That's where I'm able to offer sales and deals and lots of fun stuff that I'm not allowed to do on my public page. I'll try not to talk so much. I feel like I'm in teacher mode going a mile a minute. Okay, so again, chalk paint. This I can get at, I think Waverly came from Walmart, if they still carry it. But any craft store will have some brand of chalk paint, and they usually have a variety of colors. I like using chalk paint for backgrounds like this because it adheres really, really well, and it's pretty highly pigmented, so it covers up really well. Generally, I can get it to cover in one coat, and it dries really quickly. So I'm just painting it up, and this wood is sucking it in. So, oh good, that color looks pretty on the screen. We were having some trouble last night. Our green looked gray, but that pink is showing up really well on the colors. Okay. So, how are we doing? Middle of the week? You having a good week so far? Are you at work? Are you at school? Hopefully you're not homesick. There's lots of people who I'm hearing about have some illness or another, whether it's flu or something more sinister. I'm going to get these edges. Okay, I must have everybody mesmerized because I'm not getting a lot of comments.
It's that pink.
Also, yeah, you're just fascinated by the pink.
Oh, Yvonne, she's recovering from COVID.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're at the recovering part.
Yep.
That's the best part of it, is the recovering.
Beverly's home with 2 sick grandkids.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Are they school-age grandkids? Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear if anybody's under the weather, but I'm glad you're joining us. Maybe we can provide a little bit of distraction for you. And I'm just going to get around.
So when you do that, you paint both sides?
Yes, I do. I don't know that I will do it on the live. I don't know if I want to take the time, but I like to paint the backs, especially if I think I'm going to gift it or sell it at a craft fair. I think it just makes it look finished and professional. So I generally do paint the backs of my projects. And I'm gonna let that dry for a second. It's a little splotchy. I might need to put a second coat on it.
Beverly says their grandkids are 5 and 8.
Okay, so sounds like school age. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I've got these half round beads, and here's my little hack for painting them. Is I take a piece of painter's tape, I turn it back on itself, and press it down on, this is just a box lid, and then I press my beads onto that tape and it holds them in place, and I can get a bunch of them painted really quickly. Now it doesn't work quite as well with the full round beads because they tend to still roll, but the half beads work great. I got these half round beads off of Amazon. I got a big pack of them in all different sizes. I think these were the smallest. They are probably 3/8 of an inch wide. I'm sure they probably are measured in millimeters, but I don't know. I didn't write that down. But they're about 3/8 of an inch wide. If you're interested in my link to this, if you go to the Raincross Farms Makery Facebook page and click on the tab that says guides, there should be a guide in there called product links. And I believe my link for these beads is in there. If not, message me and I will get it to you.
Is there on that supply list one we normally post like on YouTube? Would it be in there?
No,
Okay.
no. These are our, because we are Amazon associates, we have special links, and if you click on them and purchase, we get a small commission at no extra charge to you.
Very small.
And so I've got that disclaimer in there because we have to let you know. Okay, so getting these painted up quickly. Yes, I hope they all do get better very, very soon. Hopefully their symptoms are mild. I don't know if I don't think you said they were sick with COVID. Just sick, just as bad, doesn't matter. Sick is sick, right? So do you have a method for painting beads, or do you buy them pre-painted? I have seen where people on the round ones, they put them in a bowl with some paint and roll them around. I've also seen where they put them in a baggie and roll them around. The half round beads don't roll too well. So this seems like a good way to paint these up. And again, that chalk paint dries really quickly. So these will be dry in no time. And I'm not chasing them all over my table. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure I got all the sides. Okay, I think that looks good. Set those aside, let them dry. Let me check this. I think that dried up pretty smoothly, so I'm not going to do a second coat.
Except just the stomach virus going around.
Yeah,
Bad enough.
bad enough.
Thank you,
Yes.
Melissa.
Symptoms are symptoms, right? They just have different names. Okay, just to make sure this is completely dry, I'm going to use my quick dry tool. Set that aside. Make sure it's dry. And again, I will paint the back. It's a very pretty pink. I'm not a huge pink fan. I'm definitely not the Barbie pink, the Pepto-Bismol pink fan. Put the beads in a baggie and paint them that way. Yes, I've seen that. I have also done it. I have strung them on, when I don't have a lot to do, I have strung them on pipe cleaners. So it kind of, the fuzzy part of the pipe cleaner keeps them separate. And I have spray painted them, just kind of twisted that pipe cleaner around and spray painted them. That worked really well too. Okay, so I've got a wood surface that's painted. So before I chalk on it, I'm going to wax this. So I'm going to get out my surface wax and a little microfiber cloth. And so our surface wax, I sell this in my chalk shop. You can just use the wax that you can get at Home Depot, but let me tell you, it smells pretty bad. This stuff does not have an odor. If any, I detect a little bit of maybe coconut, maybe it's my imagination, but it does not have a bad odor. And believe it or not, this little tin lasts quite a long time. So I'm going to take just a little bit of the wax and I'm going to rub it on the surface, and it actually kind of gives the matte finish of the chalk paint a shine. So I'm going to actually spread the wax all the way over here so that the surface is uniform across the board, so to speak. So I put a little bit of wax on. This does two things. I knew exactly what color that was, the Barbie pink gal. And more power to you. I'm just not. I can appreciate Barbie pink, but I don't use it much unless it's for a gift for somebody I know enjoys it. So I'm putting a little bit on. It does two things. It protects the paint, protects my surface. It gives a little layer of protection against my sticky transfer, because I don't want my sticky transfer to stick to the paint and then come up with the transfer when I pull it up. And it also, any kind of wood has a grain to it, and they're kind of like little ditches. And that's a perfect place for the paste to kind of bleed out at. So this kind of fills it in like spackle. Okay, so I've got some paste on there, some paste wax, and I'm going to get a clean spot here, and I'm going to really buff it because I don't want too much wax. That will interfere with how the chalk paste adheres to the surface. Too much wax is not good. Okay, I think that's good. Put that away. Good, good, good. Okay, so here I have my transfer. This is pretty well used. I used it quite a bit in the autumn because it's really darling. So it's not as sticky as it was when it was brand new, but no, it's not hardly sticky at all. So I'm not going to fuzz it too much. If it was brand new, I would fuzz it quite a bit. Fuzzing is just putting some lint on the adhesive part, the sticky part, so that it doesn't grab too tightly onto my surface. Okay, so some of you may have this transfer, and it is still available if you want to snatch it up. Okay, so I'm not going to do the pumpkin. The word pumpkin. Just see. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up there. And I'm going to push it down so there's no air bubbles. Air bubbles will cause my paste to bleed, and I'm going to do just a little bit more of a margin because I've got these beads I'm going to put on. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to forget and chalk that word pumpkin. So I'm going to take a little bit of my placement tape, which is kind of like washi tape, and I'm just going to put it over here as a reminder. Don't chalk that, because I'm going to chalk the top, then I'm going to slide it up, and I'm going to do the anything and these little decorations, and not the pumpkin. We're going to put a heart there. Okay, so I'm pushing it down, and we're going to use pomegranate, which is kind of a deeper pink. And then we're going to use shimmer gold for the accents. Okay, so we all doing good? We're kind of quiet this morning. Do I need to ask some more questions? Here's my question. Do you decorate for Valentine's Day? I never really did. My mother never did. We were lucky we got her to decorate for Christmas. Her theory was what you don't put up, you don't have to take down. And so we never decorated for Valentine's Day. I had to get that at school. And as a mom myself, I think I did a little bit of Valentine's Day decorations, but not much. I had boys. They didn't so much appreciate it as much. Okay, so I'm going to stir up my shimmer gold. This is Chalkology paste. I sell it in my shop. And it is chalk in paste form. I decorate just a little bit. You go straight to spring and Easter. A lot of people do that. I'm trying to phase out. It seems like there needs to be something in between Christmas and Valentine's Day. So I tend to, or I'm starting to tend to just do wintry things. Not so much Christmas, no Santas, no reindeer, but just wintry things. Okay, so I'm going to use my gold, and I'm going to just do these little embellishments. Now our shimmer pastes take a little bit longer to dry, so I have a little more work time. I don't want to do so much of this that the paste dries in the screen, because then when I pull up the transfer, it will pull up the paste. So I have a little extra time if I start with the shimmer, because they take a little bit longer to dry. And now I'm going to switch over to, what did I say this was? Pomegranate. Is that not pretty? And I'm not going to chalk the word pumpkin. So I'm just taking some paste, putting it on a squeegee, and dragging it over that screen. Where you see pink through here, there is, ooh, goodness, I didn't get that laid down. So we may have some bleeding right there that I might have to fix.
Melissa says it's been quite a morning getting more coffee, even though it's almost 1 p.m. there.
No, that's all right. I'll coffee all day.
Your live came on over time to take you to relax. Yeah, great.
Okay, so like I said, I felt part of that transfer come up, so we might have some bleeding. I'm going to lift this slowly. Yeah, a little bit, but I can touch it up. So I'm just going to lift this so it releases. So it releases from the screen. Give it a quick dry.
So, Marina said I do snowflakes for my door. It actually my granddaughter and I make tiny silky snowflakes for a tree.
Oh, how pretty.
Sounds like
Okay.
fun.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to push down on that. So I'm going to place this, because again, I'm not going to use that word pumpkin. I'm going straight into anything.
It's nice that you can see your spacing at the bottom of the word pumpkin through the screen. You can see anything. Placement.
And little, I run out of room for my beads, so I might not do those little swirls. Okay, so I'm going to push down just where I'm going to chalk the word anything. And I'm going to do these little leafy things in gold. I'm not going to do those swirls because I think they're going to be too close to the beads that I put down. I'm not going to do the pumpkin. I'm talking to myself. Do you talk to yourself? Do you listen to yourself? Do you argue with yourself? I do all of those. Other than Christmas, I decorate seasons. Okay. So you do fall, and you do spring, and you do summer. Okay, and that. Okay. Take off my excess, put it back in my jar, and let's lift this. Woohoo! I love you more than anything. You would never know that at one time said I love you more than pumpkin anything. Isn't that cool? I can use these with a little creativity. Now, I'm not ready to clean this. I've got it off here on a bath mat, dish mat. So I'm not ready to clean it yet. So I'm just going to spray it with some water so that paste doesn't dry. And what is my time? Let's see what time it is. Time it is. Now, oh, we've got 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try.
As she says, I talk to myself all the time, even when my hubby and kids are around. They learn to know when I'm talking to me. And them. You know, they learn more than I've been able to learn, man. Or else they just ignore you all the time like I ignore my wife.
Yeah. Okay, so I've given that a dry. Now there's a couple little spots here where it bled. That can be a function of the surface underneath. Remember how I told you the grains of the wood kind of make little ditches? Or my paste might have been too thin, which I don't think was the issue. But I have this little tool, or I have two little tools, and if one doesn't work, the other one will. This one is our detail tool, and on one end it has a little teeny like 1/4 inch squeegee, and on this end it has, the technical term is a pointy thing. It's like a stiff rubber pointy thing. And sometimes I can go in and kind of scrape off the paste, especially if I have waxed or if I have used a chalkboard surface. I can scrape off some of that, clean it up, and that kind of did most of it. And if that doesn't work, or if that doesn't work well enough, in our artist toolkit, it comes with a couple of paintbrushes, but it also comes with this little tool, which I don't know what the name of it is, but it's kind of a soft silicone pointy thing, but it's soft. So I can take this and my chalk paint, and I can go in fine detail and just kind of touch up those spots. Because that sometimes the bleeding happens. If you can't scrape it off and you can match the background color, go for it. So this is a handy little tool.
You got Tina laughing at your pointy thing.
Pointy thing, yes. Technical words. Use your words. Do you know what I meant, right? Okay, so I love you more than anything. Now I'm going to put on our little half beads. Okay.
Sandy says she's never used any of this. I think it's the technical terms that throwing Sandy out.
Oh,
But
you've never used a pointy thing?
But she did sprinkle.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm glad this is new for you. It's really fun. It's really easy. I'm going to pull these off so that I can kind of build up some speed as I'm gluing them. Pull this up. So this was my hack for painting these half beads, is fold over some tape and tape them down, and then you can paint them all real quickly. Or you can hold them in your hand one at a time and you'll have more paint on your fingers than on the beads. Oops, picking them up again. Let's see if I can get this done before my time is up. So Sandy, what do you think of it? What do you think of these products? The silk screens, they're awesome. We have hundreds of different designs. Hello from Maryland, Carmen. You're in the afternoon already, huh? Happy afternoon. Okay, I counted these out. I should have enough. I should have maybe a couple little extras. The stencils and the paint you're using. Yes, this is Chalk Couture. I love their products. And I also love pairing them with Dollar Tree supplies. Okay, so again, I got this surface. I got this little frame from Dollar Tree. I got the half round beads from Amazon. So I've got my glue gun. I'm gonna put the glue on the bead.
Yeah, Carmen was Maryland, yeah. And Sandy says the stencils and the paint they're using. She hasn't used those. And Tina sent you 50 stars.
Thank you, Tina.
And
So
Sandy just said she loves what you're doing.
thank
So
you.
There you go.
Well, let me back up. Our stencils, while I'm doing this, our stencils, we call them transfers. They work on a stencil principle, but there's a silkscreen mesh in the openings, which gives us the ability to give a lot more detail than a regular open stencil. They are self-adhesive, so you don't have to use your own tacky glue or tape or hold them down and worry about them shifting. They are reusable, so the company guarantees that you can reuse them 10 to 12 times. Just clean them up, and I will try and save enough time to show you how to clean them. That's super easy. And so again, they're reusable. Our chalk paste is, again, chalk in paste form. It is semi-permanent. It's smudge and budge proof once it's dry. So this on here is dry, and unlike piece of glue on my finger, unlike chalkboard chalk that comes off, this will stay in place, but I can remove it with some water and a little bit of scraping. And depending on the surface I put it on, it's completely removable. Non-toxic, made from all natural ingredients. Probably have about 30 different colors.
Hey, Jackie. Jackie,
Oh, sorry.
Just got a notification. You have to catch up.
Oh,
on
I'm sorry.
We are
Well,
both
you are.
well. Yes, we
You
are.
are. I never can remember. What are you? Evening? Are you in the evening,
It
Jackie?
definitely be, if not, yeah.
Because I know when we go on at night and you pop on, it is like 2 a.m. Hello from Florida. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. So I hope you are all following our page. There's an easy way you can follow our page and not even have to click out of the live, is click on the top. If you're watching on a phone, probably doesn't work on a computer, but click on the top of the screen, like poke me in the forehead, and down will pop Raincross Farms Makery, and then up in the top right corner will be 3 dots. If you click on those 3 dots, you will get a whole variety of options. And one of them is follow Raincross Farms Makery. One of them is turn on notifications. So Facebook will let you know when we go live. Another one is favorite us, make us a favorite of yours. That way, when we do things, you will get notification of it.
Melissa sent you 100 stars. Jackie says it's 6 p.m. there. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you so much for the stars. Thank you. I want to get 20 more today.
Well, now you need 19.
Now I need 19. Okay, so that, I'm going to squeeze that in there. I think they're not.
It's 10:05.
Okay. I don't know. I might take that one off. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I may finish this up off screen. But let me go down the side. Let me put in my picture.
I just got notified on my phone to activate a stars party.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
I guess I could start my own star.
you could start your own
Just
star
send my own
party.
money.
There you go.
Oh, Sandy said just
Star
following
party,
you,
oh.
Explain what you're doing. I would hope that most people explain what they're doing. I thought that was the whole thing. Cindy said
No,
star party.
Not everybody. Not everybody. Yeah, I thought the beads would make it look a little less Dollar Tree-ish and a little more country, farmhousey, rustic.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you all for the stars. Okay. So I know you guys are probably bored to tears me doing this. I'm just going to go down. I will finish this up off camera and post a finished picture because I do want to show you how to clean the transfers. Okay, so not quite finished, but I've got the beads across the top and one side. I will finish that up. What did I do with, okay, so here's my picture. You follow us, you know we have some mascots, and those are our little fur babies. Those are our little fur babies. Oh, and there's something missing here. I didn't want that pumpkin, so I got these from the Dollar Tree. They're called ornaments, but all they are is little wooden hearts, different shapes, different colors. You get 24 of them for $1. So I picked up this pack and I painted one gold. And won't that look cute?
Sandy was right in front of you. She said, "Are you going to stain it or paint it?" Melissa, Art, Daisy, and Duke were laying right beside me last night. I got them up on the screen on our live last night, but they were laying beside me like that afterwards, and that's what they're doing right now, but they're not in a yin-yang shape.
Yeah, they're just side by side.
Last night that photo just landed perfect. Otherwise, Robin would be putting a picture of me in there,
Yes,
wouldn't
of
you?
course. I love you more than anything. Okay, so real quickly, what time is it?
You're down 10:07.
Okay, so let me show you how you clean our transfer. Again, this was from the fall, but I adapted it. I just left out pumpkin, moved it up, and I have Love You More Than Anything, which could be year round. I've got this on a dish drying mat. I'm going to start with a paper towel or a shop towel, and I just sprayed it with water, just any old water. Tap water is fine for cleaning your transfers. And this paper towel just gets that it's my initial cleanup. So it makes it a little bit easier when I switch over to my board eraser. So this is a board eraser. It's like a Mr. Clean magic eraser, only there's no chemicals in it. You don't want to use chemicals on these. So I have a little dish of water over here. So I've got it wet and wrung it out.
You ringed it.
And I'm just going to finish cleaning up. This grabs that paste and pulls it up. It really does make a difference. If you didn't have one,
Oh no, it's 10.
if you didn't have one, you could clean it with just a regular sponge, but this really does work awesome. And turn it over, and I'm going to get any paste out of the back of that screen. I can tell that I used this transfer with the gold shimmer before, because I have gold shimmer all over it. That's why it's not super, super sticky.
So you've used that stencil multiple times.
I have.
So you've gotten your money out of
Yep.
that, that's for sure.
I've probably used it 10 or 12 times. So I'm pulling off any of the fuzz that I got on it, the rest of the paste, and my goal is to get the paste out of that screen. So when the screen is clean, I'm good. Now, some of our pastes are very highly pigmented, like the black and blue and red, and it will actually stain the green part of the transfer, but that doesn't matter. That's not crucial to the process. It's the screen. If you can get the screen clean, it doesn't matter if that is stained. So I'm going to, ordinarily I would tell you to let it air dry, but I'm going to show you how to put it back on the backer. So I'm just going to use a paper towel and dry it off. Don't put a paper towel on the sticky side unless you are drying it off. Otherwise, you know what happens when you put paper on sticky? You will get paper stuck to the sticky. You don't want that. So while it's drying, once it's dry, it gets sticky again. I take my backer sheet that I saved. There's a shiny side and a matte side. I want that shiny side up against the sticky side. And I'm just going to line it up, turn it over, make sure there's no creases, and figure out what I did with its plastic. Here's its plastic sleeve. Store it away, and I'm ready to use it again for the next project. Again, we guarantee that you can get 10 to 12 uses out of these if you take care of them, like I just showed you, wash them up really well. And so I think that's it. I'm going to finish this up. I'll post a picture of it. If you are interested in the supplies that I used, there's a pinned comment that you can read, but if you type in the word, what did I say, supplies, it will send you, my bot will send you a link to a cart of all the chalk supplies that I used. I just threw it all in, both colors of paste, the transfer, the tools, the fine mist sprayer, all of it. So take a look at prices. If you want to buy something but not something else, it's like a shopping cart. Remove things, go back to products and shop some more, add some things. But anyway, supplies is the key word. If you are interested in being on our email list, our mailing list, you can type the word email in the comments, and my bot will send you a link to sign up for our mailing list. We would appreciate that. And I also have a VIP group where I offer sales and discounts and deals, absolutely free. It's just the company does not allow me to share my discounts on my public page because that's not fair to the other designers who may not be able to offer the same discounts I do. So I am able to do that in my private page. So that's what the VIP group is. So I have sales and deals, and we do some other fun stuff over there. So if you're interested in joining the VIP group, click on that pinned comment and it will take you to the link to the Facebook group where you can sign up for that. So thank you so much for joining us. If you didn't catch us live, if it doesn't say live in the box up here, that means you're catching the replay. We're glad to have you. Please comment #replay and we will know you were here and we can say hello. And I think that's it. If you have any questions, if I didn't cover something or if you need me to go over it, send me a message or type me a comment. I'll review the comments right after this and see if there's anything I missed. But anyway, here's our half-finished project, but you get the idea. And again, Dollar Tree frame, made to look really cute. So I think that's it for my time. So again, thanks for joining us. We'll be back on again tomorrow evening, and we hope to see you then, all our new friends. Bye-bye.